Well, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Are you getting organized? You ready for a successful 2024? I am. Cheers to the new year. So, I was going through some stuff and getting a little bit organized, and I thought that I would come out here and share a couple tips with you guys on some practical things that you can do to make the new year a successful start. And sometimes it's these little things that can bog us down. Trying to find a folder or a file, trying to find that special link, trying to find that one little needle in the haystack can sometimes be a little overwhelming. And it can get us to a point where we feel like, hey, wait a minute, I can't keep up with everything. So I want to share with you my screen really quick, and bear with me as I expand this. But I want to give you a couple of really practical and simple tips that you can start doing right now, right from the beginning of the year, so that you stay on top of it and maybe it just doesn't seem quite so overwhelming. So, I would love to know from you, have you ever been in one of those situations that you're looking for a file and you just can't find it? I have. I have. So I know the importance of managing these little things can become a huge time saver, and time saves money and frustration and stress and all of that. So today we're going to go over some really practical things that you can do to stay on top of it, like organizing your files on your desktop, some things you can do for bookmarks so you can easily find the things that you need and access it in a drop of a dime, and even organizing Facebook groups that you might be either managing or maybe groups that you're participating in. And most importantly, if you're doing all of this work for marketing and promoting your business, you're usually doing it so you can get more leads. But so many leads can fall off the table if you don't even have a really basic system. Now, I know it can get overwhelming where you feel like all of these different pieces of software that you need to track everything. Today, we're going to go bare bones minimum. Like if you have no software, how can you do this? And we're going to do some things that tie into Google a little bit and some of the Google apps that are there that can make your life easier that you might not even know about, and they're free. So this isn't going to be something that's going to cost you money or anything other than a little bit of time up front for you to organize your stuff, and the payoff throughout the whole year is going to be incredible. So one of the things that you can do is if you have a Chrome profile, they're really easy to set up, but definitely set up a Chrome profile. And in the top of if you open up Chrome, okay, at the top, you're going to see something that's called bookmarks. All right. And right underneath that, you're going to see a section that's called bookmark manager. Okay. Now this is something that's really simple. It's easy for you to get to. All you got to do, open up Chrome, go to the tab at the top, and then start managing your files. Now, what you're going to see, look here at the top on my browser. I've got these little folders that are super easy for me to access. And these are things that I'm regularly using daily. Always need to know where my contacts are, my lead sheet. So it's within one click. I'm not having to go open up a bunch of files to find one file or a bunch of folders to find one file, right? So over here, you'll see like the first folder that I have is 2024 business planning. And then when I click on here, you're going to see a couple things, including links, including like on this one, okay, this is Unipro. I've got links, I've got Excel sheets, and they're all saved on my Google Drive, right? Or in one of my bookmarks on my browser. So this is important because when you're trying to get to some of these things, you want to know where it's at. So up here, let me show you this really quick. So like I have this section that is business planning, another one over here that's on Facebook groups. This one's specifically for weddings. I have a promotion I'm working for later this year that's on weddings, so I've got that there. I have another one that's here. And all you have to do, I'm going to walk you through this. You open up your bookmark manager in your Chrome browser. And then over here, you can see I have this folder. All you have to do to click the to create a folder is see these three little dots right there in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to click on that. You're going to click Add New Folder. And let's say that I was calling this 2024 Marketing Presentations. Let's say that was going to be one of my big focuses right now. I need it right on top of my desktop. Now you're going to see it. When I saved it, it went all the way to the bottom here. See it all the way down here? Well, I need it to go up to the top so that it's going to be on that window of my Chrome browser right at the top so I don't have to open up anything. So what I'm doing is I clicked on that folder and I'm pulling it upwards to the top, and then watch, I'm going to drop it right after the 2024 marketing presentation. So see how it's right here? Okay, so it's right there. Boom. Okay, right now it's empty. It's empty. But let's say later on, we are working on a, let me see, a file. Like, let me go over here. Trying to open up. Okay, here's one. What is this? External marketing communication. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I clicked on that link. All right. Wait a minute. Let me close that one. Bear with me, you guys. Thanks for your patience. And if you're with me live, drop me a hello live. Let me know that you're here. Or if you come back on the replay, drop a hello replay. Okay, let me go back over here. And let's say, here, I'm going to go over to, this is my blog. Let's say that I wanted to save this exact link somewhere where it was easy for me to access. And you know how we just created that folder, 2024 marketing presentations, right? So I'm on this link. I'm going to go up to bookmark. I'm going to hit bookmark this tab. All right, bookmark this tab. And then it says this page is saved to bookmark bar. No, I don't want to save it to the bookmark bar. I want to save it into a specific folder. See this folder right here, 2024 marketing presentations. I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to click save. All right. Now, let's say it's a week later. I'm cruising around online, and I thought, oh, wait, where's that bookmark at that has that information I need? All I'm going to do is I'm going to click on 2024 marketing presentation right here, and then that link is right underneath it. See? Boom. So done. So these become simple ways for you to become really organized with your content. What I try to do is, you can see here at the top, I've got like the key things that I'm working on regularly. I'm going to just delete this out of here. You can always move these folders around and organize it to what works for you. But I try to keep like my main administrative type tasks in one central area. Another one that may be specific for a client project that I'm working on for them, or even a project that I'm working on for myself. And in fact, one of the things that I do for clients is I have a setup. Like if you look on my Chrome profile right here, you'll see I have all of these different profiles for myself and different clients. So I have their stuff organized separately. So it doesn't become as overwhelming when I open up Chrome. I know that this is my content. This is where I can find, like, here's an online coach that I've worked with, Doug Bowden. I've got his information there so I can easily access it, but I might not need that every day. So it's not at the top of my pyramid, if you will, if, as far as like the stuff I need access to every single minute. So that's a simple way that you can get your Chrome browser organized so you can optimize all of your time that you're spending creating these beautiful things and you know how to access it. But I want to go one step further. Now, a lot of us have been using Facebook groups to, connect with new leads and to really grow our audiences, right? So let me go over here to Facebook, and if we go into, okay, on the left-hand side, I'm going to show you groups, and you'll see like here are my groups. Here are groups that I belong to. So let's do see more. And you're going to see I belong to a lot of groups. Most of them are related to, digital marketing, senior care, weddings, entrepreneurs. But I have tons of groups, and it can become overwhelming trying to, network in these groups and, really use them efficiently. So I'm going to give you, this is just a teeny tiny glimpse of the strategy that I use to utilize Facebook groups. And part of it is staying organized. And it does take a little bit of work up front, but the little things that we do every day accumulate and allow us to work more efficiently if we do a little task every day, adding on something versus trying to do thousands of them at once. So as you can see, I have a lot of groups that I belong to. I mean, it's choking. So this is my setup right here in a very simple Google document. It is nothing fancy. I notice I'm cutting off part of my screen. Hold on one second. I'm trying to share stuff with you, and I'm only sharing a little bit. All right. So this is a really simple Google sheet, which is like Excel. The thing I like about using Google is it can easily be shared with other people. People can, adjust their input, and it's all on the same document. Makes it a little bit easier. But as you can see here, I have all these different groups, and what I have a couple of columns, like number one, the name of the group, and each of these link directly to those groups, okay? So, for instance, let's go to Get Healthy and Look Fabulous. And you can see like the image of that group pops up there. You can see a little overview because it can be overwhelming. You start joining all these different groups, and then you forget, well, what was that one about? So having that link right there makes it easy for you to access and to have instant recall on what that particular group is about. So let's say that we go over to, and this is another one. I have the fan count when I'm starting the group, how many fans are in there. And this is an ID I use to track the groups. And then as I'm sending out friend requests, I track how many friend requests I've sent to members in that group. And I have a really cool software that I'd love to do a training on to show you how I do that automatically. It's not even me. It's software, and I just nudge it a little bit. It does all the work for me. But I include a description of the type of group that it is, because it makes it easier if I'm doing, let's say, a promotion for wedding businesses. I can instantly access all of those counts. If I'm trying to do something that's tied to social media, same thing. Senior care and caregiving, same thing. I seem to have lost it. Let me go back over here. Oops. I'm all over the place. All right. So those links can become super helpful for organizing all those Facebook um, groups and such. But let's go a little bit deeper, okay, you guys. Now, as you start accumulating different assets, your links for your leads, your links for your affiliates, your links for your offers, it can get really overwhelming. And how many of you have designed out a marketing campaign and then you have to toggle back and forth to remember, wait a minute, what's my address for LinkedIn and Facebook and my group and YouTube, and what's my handle for this? And before you know it, you're bouncing back and forth between 20 apps, and it's not really efficient. It's not really practical, and it can be like a stupid waste of time. So, one of the things that I do is I call it my important document. It's a document with all my leads. And at the bottom, you can see like I have one for social media, my handles, my affiliate sales, another one even for keywords. So I'm not sitting there pondering and thinking, oh, wait, where's my link for my, senior caregiving program? Where's my link for my workshop for digital marketing? I go right here and I know exactly where it's at. And it's a no brainer. So when somebody says, hey, where's your link for this? Yes, you can use your website and guidance, but having everything centralized, especially when you're in production of creating out your marketing campaign, it just makes it easier. It just makes it so much simple in your setup of having everything in one key area. So I want you to start taking these little things seriously because they become time savers later. Right now, you might be working on an event called, you know, goodness goodness is here, and then 6 months later you can't remember the name of that course, and certainly can't even maybe remember the name of that link exactly. So if you have it right here, it's just going to make it really simple so that you can access it and it not be a problem. So simple things make life simple. So don't overcomplicate this. Keep it really easy. And one of the other things, like I was talking to you about my Google Drive, you can see I have it right here at the top. I went to my group manager in Chrome and I have it just right at the top, so I don't have to open up Google to click another thing, to hit Drive, to hit open up this file. If you have it all right there, it makes it easier. Okay, so you can see in here, I have it broken into a couple of different, main folders for different categories. So it might be digital assets, like, my lead magnets are here. I have a webinar that was specifically designed for seniors and caregivers. That content's over there. And organizing it is going to make it easier for you to manage all these things. And then even, excuse me, how many of you have taken online classes and then you can't remember where did you put that thingamabobber that so-and-so gave you from that class? Well, every single time that you take a class online, you should create a folder specifically to that class or that coach, and then put the information in there so you know later on where's it at. And you don't have spaghetti noodles all over your desktop. Those are things that are, it seems like, oh, no big deal when you wrap up and you just close it. Well, take 30 seconds longer, just 30 seconds longer, organize it and get it to a place where you feel like, oh, okay, I'm organized. I know exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and when I'm doing it. And that's another thing. This is like an example of one of my lead sheet from many years ago, and you can see I have it broken into categories, even what county they're in, the name of the business, the phone number, and that allows me to instantly get over to where my prospects are at instead of wondering, wait a minute, who am I calling today? What am I doing? What are my goals? And we're not even going to get into that area today of outlining like your to-do list and your goals. This is just to give you a really general overview of how you can get more organized with your desktop and your business. So we talked about organizing your files like on Google Drive. Same concept applies for your, desktop on your computer, your regular. The only thing that I do want to say is when you start getting into like a lot of video or pieces of content that are high in memory, get an external drive. I'd show you mine, but I don't want to mess up my little setup here. Get an external drive or pay for the service for Google or Dropbox to house all of your videos, because it's just going to make it easier having it off of your desktop, because it's not going to weigh down your memory. It's not going to bog down your computer. So take the time to do that. Also, like your bookmarks, utilize that in a way, your Chrome browser, utilize that in a way that it can help you work more efficiently. You can do some of these things over in Safari and Firefox, but I really try to use all of my business operating kind of performance things on Chrome, because it's all tied to that Google Drive. And I was not always a Google kind of girl. I did a lot of my stuff through Dropbox and my computer, and through the past couple of years I found different ways to work a little bit more efficiently, with, especially since we have teams that are dispersed. So many of us are working virtually in our offices with remote teams. You've got to find ways to run efficiency into your daily roundup with your work, and if you do that, you're going to find you're less stressed out. You're not trying to find, where's that file? Where's that video? Oh my gosh. And the daily stuff, you guys, that's the stuff that just kills me when I have to open up, 10 different clicks to try to get to, where's my contact sheet, or how do I get to my link for, my LinkedIn profile? Somebody wants it. It's nice when it's right there and I'm click, click, done. So I hope that you take time to set your stuff up right from the get-go. And I promise you, it'll be one of the best decisions that you make. It's going to take a little time at first, going through, organize all those files, opening it up and cleaning it out, but do it. Do it. And clean out your junk mail on your email box. You got stuff in there you don't need, get rid of it. Stop weighing down your computer. Stop weighing down your mind. All right, you guys, that's all I got. I have got to go hop over to another meeting that I was supposed to do, and I'm so sorry I didn't come out today at 2. During the Merry Marketing, we were doing a lot of those live streams at 2. I think I might end up changing the time to 3. I'd love to know from you, get some feedback, and but let me check really quick and say, oh my gosh, you're one of my favorite people, the fabulous Shayna Melissa Stockman, who is launching an incredible program that's focused on autoimmune. So if you have been trying to find ways to get healthy without having to do only one route and feeling like you're stuck, I've got somebody that you should connect with, and it's that lady right here. And then we have an awesome Facebook user. Welcome to the party. I'm getting ready to sign off, but go back, watch this video, run it on fast forward if you have to, and go get your files organized. You guys are going to be so happy. And if you don't do anything else, just at least set up that top bar on your bookmark manager so you can easily access those files that you get all the time. All right. Here's to working efficiently. In the meantime, be good, be happy, and most definitely, you guys, be blessed. We'll see ya.
Straight out of E-Camp.